Welcome to the Lunar New Year edition of Valley Form as we welcome back Ladbrokes Friday Night Lights to the Valley. Rayman, we got lucky with the quaddie last week. Holt was scratched at the barriers and we actually got Midwest times too. Hopefully we can be afforded similar fortune tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit trickier, the quaddie this week, Benny, especially some of these races later in the evening are very, very difficult, but hopefully we can find those winners and steer the punters in the right direction. Race
5 is Heat 11 of the Ladbrokes 55-second challenge. It's also Heat 1 of the Valley Summer Sprint Series. Rayman, who's on top?
It's a very open edition of the Ladbrokes 55-second challenge. I think you can make a case for a number of different runners here, but I think the value runner here is Gulf of Suez, who can take really good improvement from its first up performance there at Ladbrokes Park Sandown. I think on his best form, he definitely is good enough to win this contest. He's going to get back in this race from the wide barrier draw. He's definitely going to have to settle in the second half of the field, but there is really good tempo here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the run-on horses do get their chance in this 55-second challenge. And I think of those horses, Gulf of Suez is the classiest runner in this field. They're going to go relatively wide in the quaddie here, though. Number 1, Heavenly Bridges. Number 3, Gulf of Suez. Number 5, Young Liam. Number 6, Destiny Diamond. And number 11, Kuna Magic.
Race 6 is a reliable energy handicap over 2,500 metres for the stays. And I'm with Teofilo Star here from the Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Botyard. He's an Irish import who's been very impressive so far in Australia. And his last start win at Geelong over 2,200 metres put the writing on the wall that he's going to be a very progressive stayer. He led them up there and he raced a little keenly early, but he broke the hearts of his opposition for the middle stages. And I loved the long intervals they all came in at. That was only a weak maiden, so he has to step up to 64 level against some decent types. But I think he easily has the most scope to improve and he can win again. Craig Newitt retains the ride. He'll send him forward from barrier 10 and he's been the best backed runner early, all big ticks. In the quaddie, I'll take just the 4 favoured runners in the market. Number 5, Teofilo Star. Number 6, Look Sharpish. Number 7, Spirit of Gold. And number 8, Emerging.
Benny, race 7 is the Sustainable Energy Handicap. And I think I've got the trickiest races this week. And a bit of a spoiler warning, I'll be going very wide in this quaddie. But there is a horse I found at a very juicy price I think can run really well here. That's Polax, currently $17 in the market with Ladbrokes. If you look at his overall record, it's certainly not that impressive, but he's definitely gone to another level this campaign. Lot to like about his last start win at Maui, and I think he should be even better suited over the famous 2,040 metres distance at the Valley. So I think Matty Cartwright can take advantage of his early speed, and he's going to give his rivals something to chase here. As I said, though, I'm going very wide in this quaddie, including number 5, Steve Bold, number 7, Polax, number 9, Zidler, number 10, Delta Tango, number 11, Racalotto, and number 12, AC Dolce.
Race 8 is the Alinta Energy New Year Handicap over 1,200 metres. And I'm very keen on the Graham Begg trained Seguso to round out the card here. This horse has always shown great talent, but he's come back as a gelding this preparation, and I think that's been the making of him. First up at Geelong, he led and bolted in at the short quote. And then last start at Caulfield, he split Smart Types, Kentucky Casanova and Estral Park after being exposed early. I love the tenacity he showed late in the concluding stages in this race. And if anything, tomorrow's races come up much weaker. Geordie Charles can offset barrier 12 and go forward. And I'd be surprised if he doesn't start closer to even money. In the quaddie, I think we can skinny up with just the 2, number 3, Shotmaker, and number 5, Seguso. Rayman, the best bets have been going really well lately. Hopefully we can continue that on tomorrow night.
Yeah, don't try to get the cash nice and early this week, Benny. Going race 1, number 1, Elite Icon. Very good on debut. It comes out of a pretty high rating race, and the form coming out of it has been strong. I think this is a genuine drop in quality. Has drawn really nice, and we'll get a lovely run right with Dean Collin in the saddle. It's a short favourite, but I think it's a short favourite for a reason. It'll get the job done. Number 1, race 1, Elite Icon.
Well, that's all we have time for this week on Valley Form. We'll be back at the same time next week to do it all again.